Alright, we got some grimdark, some dark, we got some horror, random, slice of life. I don't want to say the characters' names, but, you know, just look at the thumbnail. Come on, my boys. Anywho, let's get right into the news. The Nightmare Night Fiasco. Written by Musical Theatre Demon. Chapter 1. What will you be for Nightmare Night? It was a Tuesday afternoon, and all of the fillies in Colts and Cheerly's class were excited about the Nightmare Night party at school tomorrow, especially Applebloom, Sweetie Belle, and Scootaloo. All the students were discussing who they would dress up as and how much candy they were going to get trick-or-treating.
Say, Applebloom, who are you gonna be this year?
Sweetie Belle asked.
I can't say.
Oh shit.
I can't say I've given it much thought.
Applebloom replied.
What?
Sweetie Belle and Scootaloo cried in unison.
Nightmare Night is tomorrow! I was actually thinking y'all could help me,
said Applebloom.
I don't know,
said Sweetie Belle.
I already know what I'm going as. And what's that?
Scootaloo asked.
A demon fairy!
Sweetie Belle exclaimed.
You know Rarity would never approve of that,
said Scootaloo.
Dang!
Sweetie Belle said.
Then I guess a regular fairy. What about you, Scootaloo?
Applebloom asked.
Who are you gonna dress up as? Dang, beats me,
Scootaloo said.
I guess I didn't give it much thought either.
Then came an idea.
Those ghost stories that Rainbow Dash always tells around this year. Hold on. Those ghost stories that Rainbow Dash always tells around this year. Fuck! Those ghost stories that Rainbow Dash always Fuck! Those ghost stories that Rainbow Dash always tells around this time of year. Well, what about them?
Said Applebloom.
You know, I might as well be a ghost with a severed head,
Scootaloo said. Applebloom and Sweetie Belle shuddered.
Nice costume choice, Scootaloo,
a filly said. The Cutie Mark Crusaders turned around to see who the voice was coming from. It was none other than Cozy Glow.
Oh, hey Cozy Glow,
Scootaloo said.
Thanks. Who are you gonna be? I'm gonna be Little Red Riding Hood, of course,
Cozy Glow exclaimed. Applebloom, without thinking, trotted up to Cozy Glow.
I'm the only one who doesn't have a costume idea? It ain't fair. It just ain't fair. It's okay, Applebloom,
Cozy said.
Do you want to be the big bad wolf? Sounds like fun,
Applebloom exclaimed. Sweetie Belle and Scootaloo shook their heads frantically in response.
What's wrong with you two? It doesn't matter what you dress up as,
Applebloom said.
If Mom and Dad were still here, they'd bust your flanks.
Sorry.
You can be anything you want on Nightmare Night. Well, she's got a point,
Sweetie Belle said.
No kidding,
Scootaloo said.
It's not just her not knowing her parents for very long.
Scootaloo's eyes welled up with tears.
Or in my case, not ever.
Sweetie Belle hugged Scootaloo.
Don't cry, Scootaloo. It's gonna be okay.
Scootaloo sniffed, hugging Sweetie Belle back.
Thanks, Sweetie Belle,
she said while wiping her tears with her hoof.
You're welcome,
Sweetie Belle said. Then the bell rang a few minutes later, all the students racing excitedly out of the schoolhouse. After every pony had left, only Cozy Glow, Applebloom, Sweetie Belle, and Scootaloo remained. The four friends looked at each other in silence. Scootaloo was the one to break that silence.
Hey, why don't you come on over to Rainbow Dash's place with me? I can't wait to hear some awesome ghost stories,
Scootaloo said. Sweetie Belle, Applebloom, and Cozy Glow shared a quick glance at each other, thinking,
we're good.
Damn, that's fucked up. Yo, that's fucked up.
Suit yourselves then,
Scootaloo said.
I'm heading home. Hi, I'm head out.
Nah, Scootaloo didn't say that. So she trotted to Rainbow Dash's house while the other three went their separate ways. Chapter 2. A Ghost of Time.
Rainbow Dash, I'm home,
Scootaloo said.
Hey, Scootaloo, I'm Rainbow Dash. Hey, Scoots. Ooh. Hey, Scootaloo, how was school?
Rainbow Dash asked.
It was great. I was just about to ask you the same thing about Wonderbolt practice,
Scootaloo replied.
Nah, it was alright.
I mean, fuck, how did Rainbow Dash sound?
It was alright,
Rainbow Dash replied.
Hey, aren't you having a nightmare night party tomorrow? Yes, yes, yes!
Scootaloo exclaimed, excitedly fluttering her wings.
And I will have the spookiest costume in all of Miss Shirley's class. I'm gonna be one of those horror stories you always tell. A ghost with a severed head. Holy shit, Scootaloo! Are you sure that'll be school appropriate?
What?
They just cuss like that? No, whoa, Rainbow Dash. You should be cussing like...
Rainbow Dash said.
Sure it will. We're gonna have a costume test and whoever has the best costume wins.
Scootaloo said.
Well, if you fucking say so.
Rainbow Dash said. That's actually what she said. Like, that's what it says, boys.
What? What? Does the best pony in Equestria object?
Scootaloo said.
I didn't say that.
Rainbow Dash said.
Alright, you can wear that for Nightmare Night. It'll be so funny when they piss on the floor.
She snickered, eventually falling on the floor and laughing. I'm not gonna laugh. I'm not. I can't do the Rainbow Dash. No, sir.
Well, I guess,
Scootaloo said.
Tonight, could you tell us ghost stories? I've gotta convince the others to have a sleepover at your place. I can so do that shit.
Rainbow Dash exclaimed with a huge smile upon her face.
Go knock yourself out, Scoots.
Scootaloo nodded and headed to the clubhouse. Chapter 3. A trip to the clubhouse and straight home again. Scootaloo trotted up the stairs of the Cutie Mark Crusaders clubhouse and opened the door. Apple Bloom, Sweetie Belle, and Cozy Glow looked over towards the entrance and saw Scootaloo.
You totally gotta come over tonight,
Scootaloo said.
I'll make it seem like the most rad sleepover ever. Yeah, Scootaloo, I thought we already talked about this,
cried Apple Bloom.
We ain't gonna have no...
She paused. Then, she suddenly gasped.
A sleepover, y'all say? Yeah,
Scootaloo said.
It'll be fun. I don't know if a slumber party with Rainbow Dash this close to Nightmare Night seems like a good idea,
said Sweetie Belle.
Yeah, considering her scary stories,
Apple Bloom said with a shudder.
Oh, come on, guys. Don't act like such chickens,
Cozy Glow said.
So what if she tells scary stories? It's not like something's gonna go after us. Right, Scootaloo? Scootaloo? Scootaloo!
Hold on, let me read that again.
Oh, come on, guys. Don't act like such chickens,
Cozy Glow said.
So what if she tells scary stories? It's not like something's gonna go after us. Cozy's got a point, guys. Cozy's got a point, guys,
said Scootaloo. Yo, I fucking forgot how Scootaloo's voice went. I'm not even gonna lie here, boys.
Cozy's got a point, guys,
said Scootaloo.
But we remember how scared you were that one night,
Apple Bloom and Sweetie Belle said in unison.
Yeah, you couldn't sleep because you thought the headless pony was on the loose.
Scootaloo blushed and flashed a nervous smile.
I don't remember that at all. There's no way in Equestria that I, the great and powerful Trixie, there's no way in Equestria that I'm afraid of anything. Look at your face now,
Cozy Glow said.
Are you still sure you're not scared of anything? Crap, you got me,
Scootaloo said.
But don't tell Rainbow Dash. If she finds out that I've lost my cool, she'll flip. Uh-huh,
the other pony said in a non-interested manner.
We promise. What's wrong, guys?
Scootaloo asked.
Oh, now you want to know?
Apple Bloom said.
What the hell's going on here, Scootaloo? I thought we told you about this already at school. Don't try to force us to do something we don't want to do.
Scootaloo hung her head and cried.
I just wanted to have fun with you guys tonight. I understand if you don't want to come.
Oh, man.
I understand if you don't want to come, but because she's going to tell scary stories no matter what.
Turning, Scootaloo stormed out of the clubhouse.
Scootaloo, wait!
Apple Bloom called.
I didn't mean it like that.
Scootaloo, her face red with anger and with hot tears streaming down her eyes, turned around to face Apple Bloom.
Damn you, Apple Bloom! Damn you all to Tartarus! Damn you!
Scootaloo slammed the door violently and trotted down the ladder as she left, and then she stomped all the way home where she was greeted by Rainbow Dash.
Yo, Scootaloo, you okay?
Rainbow Dash asked.
You wouldn't understand.
Scootaloo sobbed.
Don't say that. I've been there for you through all these years. Surely there's something you can talk to me about.
Rainbow Dash said.
No, I'm fine.
Scootaloo lied.
I'll just be in my room crying until they what?
Rainbow Dash asked. Scootaloo shook her head, unable to hold in more sobs.
Never mind.
So she went to her room and locked the door. In her bedroom, Scootaloo crawled into her bed and hid under the covers. Also, hiding her head in her pillow, muffled crying could be heard from where Rainbow Dash was. Rainbow Dash didn't know what to do. She felt so bad for her younger sister and that very filly that she'd been taking care of for quite a while now. How long was it again? Rainbow Dash shook her head. There was no reason to put her thought in something as worthless as that now. Now she had to do something about Scootaloo. No, she decided to give her time, and when she was ready, they'd talk about it. She couldn't force Scootaloo to do something she didn't want to do, and she knew that. Then, Rainbow Dash knew just what was going on. Or so she had a good guess as to what was going on to make Scootaloo so down in the dumps. So she flew to Scootaloo's room and knocked on the door.
Scootaloo, may I come in?
Scootaloo peeked her head out from under the covers.
If you want to see me in my most unbadass way, then hell yeah, make your freaking way in here. Scootaloo, I for one know first hoof that I can't always put off a cool demeanor all the damn time.
Rainbow Dash admitted.
Sometimes ponies are gonna see the ugly parts, but who cares? It doesn't matter how much of a badass you are. It only matters if you are true to yourself. I understand that at times it can be hard, I agree, but you've gotta put on a facade and be strong, but not always. You can talk to me. It's way better than you just hiding up here and waiting for depression to develop.
Scootaloo sniffed. She emerged from the door and fluttered into Rainbow Dash's hooves. They embraced each other in a hug.
I love you, Rainbow Dash,
she said.
I love you too, Scoots,
Rainbow Dash replied.
Now it's getting late. Get to bed. You have a big day tomorrow. Oh, right,
Scootaloo said.
It's nightmare night.
And with that, she nodded off to bed. Chapter 4, Nightmare Night arrives. At school the next day.
I feel something odd,
Apple Bloom said.
And I have no idea what it is. Is everything okay, Apple Bloom?
Sweetie Belle asked.
I think. I just can't stop seeing my parents for some odd reason,
she said.
I swear I feel them somewhere in this classroom. Maybe it's just the wind,
Cozy Glow suggested. Scootaloo gasped.
Guys, you know what this means, right? And what's that?
Apple Bloom asked.
Rainbow Dash once told me if you're feeling an odd presence in a room, it means that the ponies or creatures are attached to the place where they died after death,
Scootaloo said.
But why are they here? They never were attached to Miss Cheerlee's school.
Apple Bloom cried.
Maybe they were. Maybe they're just attached to it because they want to see their youngest daughter on Nightmare Night,
Cozy suggested.
Now that you mention it, I did feel a cold draft just a second ago. And I'm seeing dust move right before our very eyes. Whoa, you're right, Cozy,
the three fillies exclaimed.
And there's no sign of Snips or Snails using their magic.
Cheerly trotted up to Cozy Glow, Apple Bloom, Sweetie Belle, and Scootaloo.
What's all this nonsense about ghosts? Ghosts have never been proven, girls.
Apple Bloom stared at Cheerly in horror. Her friends waved their hooves in front of her to bring her back to Equestria, but it was no use.
Then who are those two familiar figures standing in the middle of the room? They're here for me, so they must be related to me in some way.
Cheerly gasped.
Bright Mac and Pear Butter? You see them, Miss Cheerly?
Apple Bloom said.
Whoa! I can't believe my parents are haunting the school, searching for their youngest daughter who was born right before their death. That means something.
End of chapter 4. Alright, so before you go, there is more fucking chapters. There's 4 more chapters of this. I just wanted to stop right here because, fuck. I can't even, well, I guess I'm not really, you know what, fuck it, I'll keep going. Chapter 5. No, I'm playing. Fuck, it's actually, no, I'm not gonna keep going. It's getting late. Finally got done recording. Now I gotta go into Audacity, edit these shits, bop bop bam, and then boom bop, scoop bop, scotta beep bop, do boop bop. Alright, boys, ponies, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, comment, whatever. I'm out of here.